All right. Cool. How's it going, everybody? This is the Action Artist, and I'm live. See what I look like. I'm not afraid to show my face. Been doing it on here for a while. Let me see. So, anyway, thank you. I have new subs. I can't believe it. I'm up to 25 subs already, or 22 subs already, and that's great because I'm really, you know, despite some some of the ranting that you see me doing, I really am if you get to know me, I really am a cool guy, and so I just want to thank Marcel. I've been watching his videos, and yeah, I was watching him painting, and he might be able to actually do some color covers for me at some point. I could pay him. I'm trying to raise money, and right now I'm just trying to garner some support in the comic book industry, and I realize I have to give my due diligence and build this channel. I'm not asking for anything for free. Trust me. I want to give comic fans what they want, which is really awesome comic books. And so let's go look and see. Right off the bat, I have Susan. She has a channel. I sub to you. Thank you, Susan's Creative. Thank you. The Action Artist thanks you. Interesting commentary leading up to the actual drawing part. You are right. Truth is stranger than fiction. Great video. Here to support you. Full view, left alike. Awesome. She viewed the whole thing. You listened to me talk for that long. That's awesome. Thank you very much. I think there was more. I swear to God, I did more on this, and it seems like it's shorter than what I did. But thank you, and I sub to your channel, Susan's Creative. Even though even though I'm not really like designing serving trays and stuff. I saw your stuff and it's really good. So, and arranging bouquets, I do stuff like that, and I do like to garden actually. But you're a fellow artist, so I'm supporting your channel, and you are really good. Florin, I'm going to talk more about that too, about truth is stranger than fiction. Florentin Ties, you've got some serious talent. Quite impressed. Thank you, Florentin. I am. I like to live in reality, and I've truly assessed myself. And I'm going to show you some of my art from like the '90s, where I was really trying to learn, like teach myself, and I didn't have any access. There wasn't internet. It was mostly like texting type thing, like emails and stuff. It wasn't really, as visual as it is now. But basically, yeah. I'm basically almost ashamed of some of my art then, but you can see I was trying, and I'll probably even show some of it because I don't even care. But no, now I've truly assessed myself, and I think I have. I'm just as good as most in the industry, and not quite as good as some. You know what I'm saying? But if I start hanging around with these pros like David Finch and all these guys, Jim Lee or Ethan Van Sciver or any of them, you'll probably see me just, they'll probably make a monster out of me. And as far as the comic industry is concerned. So, thank you very much. Slander Dander. Tim Sater. I do other kinds of art, but I respect you, man. Great vids. When I have the time, I'll watch in detail. Cool. What do you have? Let's go see. Does this guy have? I do. What other kind of art do you do? Oh, guitar jam. You jam. You play. You're a musician. Oh, I see you like a call for an uprising. I like a call for an uprising too. If I can go seriously go to my history right now and show you that I listen to, and you like Richie from Boston. Yeah, you're into the more esoteric side of things. You'll love my comic book. Let me tell you something, Slander Dander. My comic book gets into cryptids like Mothman, Sasquatch. When my guy's out running around in the wilderness, he runs into Sasquatch. Instead of everybody's like hooked on zombies now and all this stuff, and zombies are cool. Don't get me wrong, but you know, uh, I want to kind of brush the edges of our little reality here, and I might even get into flat Earth as well, Slander Dander. So thank you for your support, and yeah, if I'm going to basically I'm working on another character. I have a character named the Bushcrafter that lives out in the forest that helps Nutjob for a while until Nutjob really decides to part ways with the guy because he feels like the guy is demonic because the guy interacts with fairy folk and he has like superpowers basically, and I'll get into that a little more. But yeah, and he finally basically it turns out basically that the bushcrafter is a cryptid. He's not really human. He's like a hybrid, and I'll get into more about that. And then my character is a straight like cis hetero male Christian that's like had enough of society, and he just goes rogue vigilante. And he's educated. He was like a machinist. You know, I think I'm gonna give him a military career where like and like he you know he either gets some kind of dishonorable discharge because like you know he's like a loose cannon and or something like that, but he was like a mechanic, you know, welding and stuff. Like he'd get called out into the fucking jungle or something to weld a helicopter. I'm getting something like that to help out the and then like he either has maybe like he has a problem with like a commander and he like beats the hell out of the guy or something crazy and he gets thrown in the stockade and so I might give him some kind of controversial history like that and or we'll see, but either way he my guy basically he uh he brushes the edge of like demons uh cryptids. I think I'm going to have him find out the Earth is flat while he's on the run, basically from the law, and for being a vigilante and like going after corrupt government officials. It's a pretty crazy storyline. So, and if you like stuff like what a call for an uprising and guys in Richie from Boston and stuff like that talk about, then you're probably gonna love Nutjob. He has dreams where he's in heaven. There's like I'm gonna have montages where it's little breaks from all the violence and everything, where he'll be like walking through fields like meadows of golden like grass and like petting lions and stuff and like just sitting there petting a lion and then like he wakes up and he's like bleeding and sleeping in a hole all dirty like on the run from like a federal marshal or something like that with helicopters looking for him and stuff, you know what I mean, like so it gets spiritual even at some points, It's a really well written. The character's really well thought out. And Black Sand says, "What's up? Just text me here, and I will respond you. I will respond to you, or I will respond." Yeah. All right. Cool, man. Thanks for that. And Gary Shipman is cool too. You should check out his channel. This guy right here. Look at this guy. He's only got 248 subs, and look at this comic. This is where I want to be, right here. See this? What this guy's doing? Look at this. I'll enlarge it. This is a nice black and white little zine he's got going on here. Look at this. It's a lot like me. Gary Shipman is a lot like me. Look at that. That's a great. He draws animals really well. Me and this guy should like really hook up and do a comic book together. Like, look at that. Gary Shipman, thank you. He's like helping me solve some issues with inking because I think he's a really good inker. I want to, brain about the questions I. So let's see where else. Is there anybody else in the comments? Chris and Faye, thank you very much. Marcel, man. Yeah, I think I've met Marcel in some other forums, or I've listened to him, and he's basically we have a mutual friend, Cave Creature, and I think he painted a flag. I was watching the flag videos for Cave Creature, and they were really cool. Like, yeah, Marcel. Like, I should probably commission him to like paint a logo for me or something, or like I said, paint some comic book covers. Thank you so much, Marcel. If anybody has any questions, too, like as far as like if you want me to draw something, if you want me to, I will do my best to answer any questions. Jeff Lafferty, thanks. Thanks for the comment. Who's Jeff Lafferty? Oh yeah, no problem, Jeff Lafferty. That's something else I commented on one of his videos. I watch his videos every now and then. Eric Butler. Wow, listen to all these comments. Yeah, you can go watch me rant about the SJW situation in the comic industry. Lunatic Dad, Marcel, my guy, sent me. I subbed you. Bells are on. Right on. Right on, Lunatic Dad. Who doesn't want a lunatic dad? All right, that's a great name. The Wallace Life. Thank you, The Wallace Life. Anybody, if you want me to sub, like I can go down and check. There's Cave Creatures who commented. Let me see. So let me see. The Wallace Life. Where are you? Scotty's Frenchies and Friends. Yeah, I'm gonna finish that. I'm gonna finish up that Cyber Frog. I'm gonna ink it. I might. Pretty soon, I'm just gonna sit here and draw a little bit live. You know what I mean? I just, I haven't been doing much drawing over the past few days. Been working a lot, and I've been taking a class on the side, and plus I take care of my dog. My dog, he's my best friend, so I gotta take as much time as I can. There he is. See, the Wallace Life. He must be a friend of Marcel's. Oven baked chicken wings with sweet honey. That looks really good. What else you got on here? Master Chef. All right, cool. Yeah, no problem, man. Here, I'm gonna sub to your channel. I'm gonna go through here and see if I can find people want me to sub to their or that have channels. So I'll have to open another tab. I'll sub to. Here we go. A musician, and a good one apparently. Nice. Does this guy do soundtracks? If I make a nut job movie, you want to do the soundtrack? Wow. Sub to your channel too. Cool. I love YouTube, man. YouTube is. There are so many talented people that would otherwise just, if you're in a small town and you're talented and nobody gives a damn, start a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Start a YouTube channel. And, it might seem the first 50 subs are the hardest. Like, I have another channel, I have almost 1,000 on that one, and I should be working on that one too. But man, I'll tell you, I got to get to the point where I'm making a little bit of income here. So I don't, because my job, I'm very devoted to my job, and I should be because I work in the medical industry. But yeah, but start a YouTube channel, and it might seem impossible, but if you're good at what you do, you know what I'm saying? It's worth it because people are going to, they're going to realize it. You know what I mean? One way or another, one way or another, the truth comes out. And if I wasn't ready to start doing comic books, I wouldn't have started this channel. That guy's awesome. So, and Slander Dander, I'm subbing to your channel. Let me listen to this. Yeah, man, my character runs into giants. Here, let me turn this down and talk while he's playing. Awesome. Slander Dander. No, my guy runs into giants, dude. He runs into basically Nephilim. I'm gonna get into like you know, giants and Sasquatch and aliens and all this kind of very esoteric stuff. True, never walk into a church. Sorry, I shouldn't interrupt your poem, but the Bible says, like, never walk into a church. Never step foot in a church. Wow, I didn't even see this poem, and I just told you my character is like, dude, my character is a disgruntled Christian. And you will really like my comic book. I'm telling you right now, Slim. He runs a father's rights group at like churches. Like when he'll like he'll find some new town, settle in, not tell anybody who he is, try to disguise himself. He'll go to a church basically, start like a father's rights group or something like that. It's intense, man. It's intense. And then like people, oh yeah, you'll see. I should show some of the pages. That was a good. That was a great poem. I wasn't sure where you were going with it. Right on, man. So I subbed to this channel. I subbed to this channel. I'm hoping all the audio is coming through on this, man. And I could love every comment and whatever. I just liked every comment. I loved Cave Creature's comment because he literally connected me up with my friend Marcel here, who I've encountered before. Like I said, in other forums, I think I've even listened to him. He's been in some other. I've heard Marcel talk in other forums. I'm positive, maybe in the manosphere somewhere. Can't remember exactly. It all blends together. So I really want to thank everybody. Who's ATJH Travels? I don't know. Is there anybody in the chat room? I should be. Where's the view? Chat. If anybody has any questions, you should type them in there in the sidebar in the chat. And let me see. I'm going to show you some new artwork here in a minute. Oh, that's weird. I don't think I'm coming up under comics. As you can see, I'm typing in comic live. These are like search terms that I put in, and it doesn't look like I'm coming up. Doesn't look like I'm coming up there, YouTube. Who's my one viewer? Like fucking the NSA? Is it fucking? Do you guys have to approve all my videos first or something, YouTube, before the public can see them? Let me see. Comic. What else did I put for keywords? Creator Studio. Live streaming. Events. Edit. Comics. Comic book. Drawing. So I'll put in trying to find my podcast here. put the action artist. Can't be anybody else by that name. Here we go. So there's Cave Creature. I found it. Hey, Cave Creature. Sorry if I wasn't paying attention. You want to see some new art? Anybody who wants to ask me any questions, I'm a very candid individual, and I will tell you I will answer your question. So check this out. Yo, check this out. I was just about to make myself something to eat here, actually. So I'm working on this page here, and you can see I've got it roughed out. And you can go through you can go to like I said, Robert Marzullo, Brian Proctor. They'll show you anatomy, how to construct the figure, and I'm going to go through this too. But here's my character. He's going down into the basement of this like abandoned house where he has several spots, and he has this one spot where he's working on this this big giant suit of armor that he can like get inside, and it's like a Japanime fucking, excuse my language, I shouldn't swear. I want this to be more family oriented. I'm sorry. It's more like a, it's almost like Japanime manga type suit that he wears sometimes. And so here he's got a cord. He's like running a cord down from he's got a generator or something. And basically, maybe he puts it like in a room where there's some ventilation, and where it's in an area, an abandoned building or something where nobody's going to hear any noise. And he runs some power down into the basement, and then you see him right here. I got him. He's like drilling, and then he's putting like the face, like the glass, it's like a thick, bulletproof plexiglass shield or something, you know what I mean, that he can look through. And then he's put the finishing touches on it, and he's standing back. He's got like a wrench or something in his hand, or I don't know, a socket drive or something in his hand. Here I am. I'm really getting his armor down. And here he is in a broken window of an abandoned building. I've really kind of, I haven't changed I haven't changed anything too much, but I'm kind of like refining his suit there. You can see the wrench and the star, and he's got a big knife with like basically it's a pair of spiked knuckles with a big broad sharp, like almost like a chopping blade on the other, or basically down, it's like down here on the side of his leg basically. And he's got blades right here on his for knee guards. Right here he's got like a mace that's with a short sword in the handle. And right here he's going to have a small fight, like like a compact 9mm or 45. And this is for, he doesn't always wear armor. He usually only wears armor when he's about to tangle with the police, because the police are, fully armed and have body armor on too sometimes. And if he's going after a corrupt, rich, powerful guy that the police are protecting, then you know, as far as he's concerned, the police better, any police that get in his way are what's the word for it? They're complicit. They're complicit, basically. If the police are protecting a bad guy, he considers them complicit. So I hope you're liking this. You're getting some real previews. This is towards the middle. This is the This is after this is issue 1 right here. And here, let me show you the original, because I'm not afraid to show my crappy originals. So here's the original, where he's bringing the cord down the stairs, right there, and he's, you know, you can see some fiber, you know, can of fiberglass and some, you know, some fiberglass cloth, you know, for making armor, and sheets of fiberglass and stuff like that, you know, empty buckets and whatever, paint brushes. And then you see him, where'd it go? Oh, let me find it. Yeah, there it is. Then you see him drilling right here with the suit in the background. This is just all a rough, this is all just a rough draft that I was working on, you know. Then you see him looking at the suit. Then you see him, you know, he goes up the stairs, shuts the lights off, but I cut that out. It's not necessary. I'm going to end right here with this picture, but it's going to be a close-up. I'm not going to, yeah, I'm not going to, you know, I don't need to draw, you know, once again, I'm cutting out what I don't need to draw. So it just ends there. Then you're going to see him go into his bedroom and go to bed. He like switches the light off or something, basically. And then the next morning you turn the page and it's the next morning and the SWAT team is out. And I've already showed all that in another video. I just want to show you that I'm refining his armor down. I've got almost like Spider-Man goggles, but I've connected them in the middle. I think it's pretty cool. And then he's got two little slight, just basically like, see these little brass knuckle, these little protruding wedges of metal right here on his fist, because when he punches people, he wants to do maximum damage. He wants to rip parts of, this is why this is a horror comic. When he punches people, you know, this is this comic book, if you're, you know, this comic book gets very gory. So if you're not into gore and horror, you know, maybe you don't want to read this comic book, but it's very graphic at some parts. And so, yeah, these little metal protrusions that he has sticking off of his gauntlets, he has them up here on top of his head too, just for, you know, if he wants to headbutt somebody and, you know, punch a hole in their skull or something like that. And yeah, so here he's in a broken window. You can see the broken glass. I'm going to shade it all in. And then you're going to see some trees and bushes, and you're going to see like brick wall around him. So he's not on the rooftop now. He's in like a abandoned building. And then I'm going to show him walking through the factory to his to the room where he stays. And then you know, he goes out for a walk, and he runs into he just perchance, you know, he goes out on one of his vigilante runs, and I'm going to show that page. I'm going to do a new page where the character's in the kind of in the center of the page, and it shows him beating up criminals like like in panels all around him while he's walking. So it'll be a full body or something of him, you know, head to toe, you know, walking like this towards the screen, and then the panels will come out like this, and you'll see him beating up. You'll see him like, you know, punching a mugger, kicking a kicking a drug dealer in the face, you know what I mean? In another panel up like here, then in another panel up here, you'll see him like banging a corrupt cop's head off of a beam of metal, and then you'll see him like you'll just see his arms like this, you know, and you'll see him throw it. You'll see the cop's body like getting thrown into a river or something like that. You know what I mean? Something crazy like that, and then he runs into one of the police that he, you know, that framed him, and I've already showed all that stuff. So this is the comic book that I'm working on, and my character gets framed by a bunch of Satanists and corrupt government officials that run his town. Is how this whole thing starts out, and he doesn't realize that. Um, cave creature. Thanks, Black Sand. I got some thumbs up. Yeah, if you want to hit the thumbs up, and help, even that helps. Hey, cave creature, if you watch my channel, you'll probably get better at art. Here, check it out. Let's do some. I'll show you what I'm talking about right now. Instead of talking about it, I'll draw it right now. Here, let's see. I'm not afraid. Here's my chalkboard. So basically, I don't have to go with that montage. Maybe I'll do that another time. But you are going to see my character basically. Here. Can you see that? You can see that, I think. So you can see basically, I'm basically shaping everything out in cylinders right now. In spheres. So this arm is back. So this leg has to come forward. Remember the rule that I talked about, the B rule? So this is going to be like a backwards B, but it's a B shape. Kind of like a bow almost or something. Straight down here. And then this arm's forward. So this leg will be back. So there's a guy, there's a guy walking towards the screen. walking towards the viewer, right? And then, I could probably, I don't have to more shorten this like this that much, but you get the point basically. I'm just roughing this out. And then like have a panel here. Here, let me raise that up a little. This is what I was thinking about. So here's the page. Just an example of a page, a not so it'd have to be bigger. So like that. Then a panel here, panel there. Have the panels all like come in. And then have him like have like, just as an example, like a fist. Have like a fist coming in like this. And like, punching somebody like this. You know what I mean? Actually, I'd probably show a little more. Like have somebody like their head right there. Like that. They're like that. There's like blood coming out off of their face or whatever in a fist. Just so rough this out, and then like, a fist right here, and just so like maybe the guy's got like a, actually give the guy like those black hats that muggers wear. So here, I'll redo it. So he's got like those black hats that you see like burglars wear and stuff, and I'm not going to fully render this on the chalkboard. I'm just trying to give you an idea. And he's like, and he's just like, ah, and there's like blood coming out, and then you see like Nutjob's fists. You know what I mean, like that with his gauntlet on. You know what I'm saying? It's probably too small for you to see. And then you see like him kicking a drug dealer, like a pimp or something. Like you see you see like a car like this or something, and you see like the drug dealer like this, and you see like I don't even know if you guys can see this detail. I might have to get closer. There we go. So here, what I'll do is this. So you see the character walking, then you see like Yeah, that might be better. Then you see like a guy like this. There. Yeah. He's got like a hat on. So you see like, up here, nut job's like punching a guy, a criminal. And he's like, and it can be like narrated. It's hard to draw in shock. I shouldn't be. I guess this is the wrong. I should be doing stick figures basically. But you get the point. Like, let's try to do it like this. So right there, you see him kicking a guy, and he's like the drug dealer over on such and such street, and you see him like kicking the drug dealer in the throat. He's got like he's all dressed all gangster or something. He's got like a ball cap on. He's got like a gold necklace, like flying up in the air or breaking. Like his gold chains are all breaking. He's getting kicked in the neck or whatever. And then you know, and then he's like punching a guy. And he's like punching a guy right here. And he's got those three little like metal things sticking off his glove. Can you see that? Here, I'll show you like a closer up view of it. But so he's like, there you go. He's kicked. So right here, you see him like, so you see him walking. You know what I mean? And while he's walking, he's basically framed in by him like, punching a sex, like he's like, I beat up the rapist down at the sex offender down on, such and such street, and you know what I mean. Kicked I kicked the drug dealer in the throat over on Fourth and on Fourth Street or whatever, and it's just a montage of like all the stuff he's doing around him as he's like walking towards the viewer, basically. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's all. This is the page. This is a page that I want to do. And you have like several frames. And there's like blood and stuff like that, but I can't really do all the detail with and then like maybe over here you have them like smashing somebody's head off of a like metal beam or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, whatever, whatever you want to do. Comic books are awesome because they're basically our own little world. Nutjob's new helmet looks pretty much like this. It's got 3 vents right here for breathing. Here, I'll draw it bigger. So this is Nutjob's new helmet. It goes oh, that wants to do that. Like that, and these are goggles. And then up here, hang on, let me do a little better. Up here, he's got these little metal wedges. He has little metal wedges on his knuckles. Like that. And then he's got he's got little vents in case he gets gas. He's got like a filter. He's got a filter in the helmet, like an air filter. And yeah. I don't have any. I'm running out of different colors, so I don't know. This is almost like pink or something that I'm working in right now. But yeah, I'm just referencing the helmet that just to make sure I get it right that I drew. I'm not like copying anybody. It's my own artwork. Oops. I'm working backwards. I'm working from black to white here. But yeah. So it's kind of like that. And oh, actually, it looks like I took away. It looks like I took away these vents actually. So this is basically what his new helmet looks like right here. Do I connect that? Nope. So it doesn't. So there's a little separation right there. Basically, and then I cut in a little line detail right there. So there's what his new helmet design pretty much looks like right here. That's Nut Job's new helmet design. I hope you like it. Nut Job. Nut job is a derogatory term, and I really what I was going to talk about is drawing from reality, and I'm drawing from like a lot of times in my life where I felt completely helpless, and here I drew that. I wrote that too big. It's never going to fit. Oh, I'm a horrible artist. How am I talking? All right, I'm just going to write it like this. Yeah, nut job, basically. There you go. So that's his new helmet design because he's got a sense of humor, you know, and it looks kind of, I don't know, almost like alien or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Then he's got a neck guard right there that hangs down underneath, so it guards the front of his neck. It's like almost like a flap comes down. His armor's very well thought out. I've actually made some armor right here. So you can see his armor is articulated. It's got joints in it, and I basically have this is, you know, he would make it look a little more polished than this, and he wouldn't use zip ties to hold it together. But this is, and he would paint it up. You know, he would like gloss it all up. He would coat it and gloss it up all nice, and you know, it'd be like Kevlar. Layers of Kevlar cloth with like fiberglass and shit like that. You know, is what he's doing. And he reinforces it in areas where he needs it more. So he's got this plate that comes down in front of his neck to protect his neck. And he's got another plate on the back. They overlap. Then you got his collar. Basically, you know, something like that. Then you got kind of a separation right here where his collarbones and his, you know, it's like the pectoral area. Then it just kind of goes down, you know, and does something like basically around where the bottom of his pecs would be. Does like a little upward little squiggly thing. So it goes like this. Comes down, Comes down like this, goes up again, like that. Then there's another plate. Like that, basically. You can't see it. There you go. So there's his armor, basically. He's got 3 plates. That one might be a little high. You gotta make it a little lower. So, he's got. Then the last one comes down and protects his pelvis area, like a belt almost. And that's basically how his armor is designed. And I thought this all out really well, It's probably comes out a little far right here, but yeah. There, you get the point. And that's what his armor looks like. That's what one set of armor looks like. He has a couple different sets of armor. Then he has this armor right here that he's working on. And I've shown some other stuff too. I'm getting kind of hungry though. I have to eat. And it's been fun. See what's going on. Thanks, Cave Creature, man. Dude, you are a big help. Thank you so much. This isn't just some frivolous little thing that I'm doing. This is something that, like I said, I'm drawing from reality, and my character is based on this guy. He has absolutely no hope. No one can help him. And he decides, I'm done begging. I'm going to take matters into my own hands. And so he just goes about systematically taking out all his enemies. And then he gets, a great deal of it is him fighting the underworld, too. But every now and then, he will take out a corrupt government official. And I know that's going to be controversial, but that's my comic book. That's just the way it's written. It is a bit like a motorcycle helmet, Cave Creature. Yes, that's basically, he's not Tony Stark. He doesn't have a lot of money, so he has to basically be resourceful. He probably made something like a motorcycle helmet, basically, because that's. He can't afford to make a fancy Batman outfit or something like that. I don't know. It's all just like it's what's called articulated armor. He makes like a modern version of like what a knight what a modern day knight would wear almost. And of course, a modern day knight would have a side armor, a gun, or something, right? Probably. I mean, if you're really going to be effective against some serious bad guys, you need a gun. So thanks for the thumbs ups, and sub to my channel if you if you love comics and you wanna see another comic book out there that's different than a lot of the current stuff that's out there. And I'm going to do more broadcasts. I did this mainly. What I'm doing this for is to thank Marcel, and to thank Cave Creature, and thank all my new subs. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of going off on a tangent now, showing you some new art and some new designs that I'm working on. So, but I'll be back on here more later, and I just want to once again thanks everybody for watching, and yeah, I'll see you all again soon.